I will post on our website a PDF of Tim's Etude annotated with all of the fingering choices I would use. It's true that sometimes you could get to the exact same note with a different fingering, but experience has taught me that the ones I'm choosing are going to work out the best in the long run, not only for this piece, but for other pieces you work on. There will be reminders. For example, the fourth note of this piece is a C, and the fifth note is an E flat. So of course you want to play C on the left so that you can play E flat on the right without sliding. The slide always affects our rhythm. You might get away with it sometimes, but not 100% of the time. And only in baseball does half batting 500 get you a lot of money. So you want to make sure it's always, always right. And so correct notes, good fingerings, and then just your technique, they want it to sound really clean. This little figure is kind of tricky. I am at measure 6. There are a lot of places in there where you might sound a little bit uneven. I would recommend practicing it this way. Basic rhythms that are simple, but not evenly matched, and always the complementary set, long, short, short, long. This makes you move some fingers fast while others move slow. It makes you look at the measure in a new way. It keeps you kind of alert while you're doing it as many times as you need to do it well. I find this is a really useful practice technique. I would probably use it in measure 16 and 17. I would definitely use it in the last measure. The last measure is a lot of notes in one measure. And it sounds most impressive if the low D is on 1 and the high D is on 2, and everything else fits in between. But everything else fits in between is the gravy. What has to be there is D on 1, D on 2. I'm going to put the metronome under tempo and show you how I would practice this. This is 126. So I kind of got it the second time. That doesn't count. We need it the first time. So I would start out first by playing some of the notes and landing on high D. I started on the fourth note and did a triplet D. Now I'm going to start on the third note and play 16ths. You can hear as I played it several times that it got clearer and steadier each time. Now I'll start on the second note and I'll play a quintuplet and the high D, hippopotamus D. Okay, now the big test, 6, triplet D. Okay. Now, the other direction. I'll start in the bottom note and play a triplet and land on the fourth note. I'll go one note further and play 16ths. One note farther, playing the quintuplet, hippopotamus A. Now I'm going to play up to high D. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. I find every time I play this that triplet doesn't work as cleanly as 1 2 1 2 1 2. If you rewind, you'll notice that I'm right about that for me. See what works best for you.